Thanks for staying with us at STL Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and my guest is Dionne Ferguson. She is the founder of Good Journey. And welcome, Dionne. We've been talking in the last segment about Good Journey, an organization that you founded 13 years ago, here in St. Louis. And what were you thinking 13, 14 years ago when you saw an opportunity for a youth leadership development program here in St. Louis?
It really started as a Peace Corps volunteer in Lesotho in Southern Africa, and I really wanted, I found out that what I really enjoyed about my work was when the young people came around to watch what we were doing, and I would give them some work to do with me to help me out. And so really I found that I had a passion for working with young people. And so when I returned to St. Louis, I saw young people that were in my communities and seemed to not have a lot to do. And I didn't see adults taking interest in young people. And so that's really what the impetus was.
That's very interesting. And you make a really good point. Busy people are productive people. And giving people at any age that opportunity to have something to do it is very empowering. So, and it's interesting you mentioned you were a Peace Corps officer in Africa. And since then, you were just telling us off camera that you have taken some of the youth from Good Journey to Africa.
So I was a volunteer in Lesotho, and then I ended up working with Peace Corps as a staff member in Zimbabwe and South Africa. And so in 2014, we took 6 young people through Good Journey to South Africa. And so it was a marvelous experience for the young people. Travel is really an important thing for young people in the expansion of their mind and ideas and just seeing different places and what else is out there in the world.
Right. So 6 youth from St. Louis went to Africa with you on this trip as part of Good Journey. And how long were they there, and what types of things did they do?
We were there for just under 2 weeks, and one of the most important things that we did was to meet some other young people there, and went to the high school and went in the community where the young people lived. That was one of the most valuable pieces of it. But our young people went to Robben Island, where Mandela was held for so many years. We did all kinds of things. We went to Kruger Park, they saw the animals, but the most important thing really was meeting the people.
Right. Okay, so is travel or these kind of international experiences an important part of the Good Journey program? Is it?
It is a part of our community, our world, because what we really want is for our young people to travel, see and different things, learn new ideas, and then bring those new ideas back and incorporate them into how they see the development of our communities moving forward. And so that's what we want to happen. So in 2018, we are looking to take a group of young people to Kenya.
Oh, nice. Okay, so they just joined the Our Community, Our World program, and they may have the opportunity to be a part of that expedition in 2018.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a nice incentive, I'd say. Okay, so what other types of field trips and experiences are you doing here on the ground in St. Louis?
So we've done a lot of things. We're working with youth advocates. There's another organization that we're working on a program with our young people. Our young people are also starting a youth incubator, business incubator. They're also with our Summer Leadership Academy, which is our 8-week summer program. We do all kinds of things. We do African dance, African art, we do history. Our young people will be taking on field trips where we go, actually we do a walk through our community, because so many times young people only hear about the bad things about our community. So we walk through our community so that we can show the positive things within our community that our young people can then build upon.
So give us an example of a walk or an experience that they've had here in our community.
So walking through our community, we walked from Firefighter Institute for Racial Equality, which is where we're located for the summer. We walked through the neighborhood. There are what we call Adinkra symbols, African symbols, that are throughout the neighborhood, and they have positive messages. So our young people saw that, where they never would have noticed that if we wouldn't have taken the walk. We walked to Progressive Emporium and Education Center. That's a bookstore and a community center that's in our neighborhood. And then we walked to a local restaurant that's a Black-owned restaurant. So we want our young people to see all of the positive things that are also in our community.
I want to do this.
We have volunteers anytime.
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating. I love this right here in St. Louis. It's fantastic. So thank you so much, Dionne, for joining us and bringing this information to us. Hopefully, many of our viewers will participate and go to the website, goodjourney.org, and learn how they can be involved in our community, our world, in summer leadership, both of those different programs that you guys have coming up. So for more information on Good Journey, do visit goodjourney.org. And there's more STL Live after this. Stay with us.